Good morning, everyone. It's your English class, and today we are going to study about nouns. So let's start. So, dear students, according to abstract and non-abstract nouns, we can divide the nouns in two categories. First is called abstract, and second is called concrete. Abstract and concrete. So, according to abstract and non-abstract nouns, we can divide the nouns in two categories. One is called abstract and second is called concrete. Concrete nouns. Concrete nouns refer to people, place, or thing we can see and touch. So which nouns can be touched or can be seen, those nouns are called concrete nouns, right? If I say pen, car, bike, wall, these are the concrete nouns because there is a physical shape, there is a physical existence of these nouns. If I say about pen, so pen you can touch, you can hold in your hand. There is a physical shape of pen. So pen is concrete now. So in the same way, car also. To car you can touch. There is a physical shape and physical existence of car, and you can see it also. Wall also, bike also. So which nouns can be touched and can be seen? Those nouns are called concrete nouns, right? And abstract nouns, as I told you earlier, abstract nouns refer to ideas, qualities, or states. Basically, these nouns we can't touch, we can't see them. There is no physical existence of these nouns. Like if I say love, we can't see, we can't touch. There is no physical existence of love, right? If I say mother, so mother we can touch her, we can see her. There is a physical shape or physical existence. But if I say love of mother or if I say love, we can't see it, we can't touch it. If I say beauty, no, we can't touch it. If I say truth, anger, height, knowledge, information, so these all the nouns are called abstract nouns, right? Simply you have to understand which things have physical existence, and due to this we can touch them, we can see them. Those things are called concrete nouns, and rest of things means which things don't have any physical existence, यानी कि शारीरिक रूप जिसका नहीं होता, that is called abstract nouns, right? So on the behalf of this understanding, dear students, next is an exercise, and we should do this. Okay, let's start. Identify the types of nouns as abstract nouns or as a concrete noun. Okay, some nouns are written here. You need to tell me those nouns are abstract or concrete. Okay, just please raise your hand for the first question. Mother. If I say mother, is that concrete or abstract? Mother. If I say mother, is that concrete noun or abstract noun? Who will let me know? Let me see. Yes, Yug Chaudhary. You please tell me. That's a concrete or abstract?
Sir, concrete noun.
Yes, concrete noun because mother has a physical shape, physical existence. We can see her, we can touch her. So that's why mother is concrete noun. Yes, see the answer. Please wait. Let me do some setting from my end. Then I will start asking question. Please wait. Okay, yes. Next is that love. If I say love, is that concrete or abstract? I think you may have seen the answers. Prince, you please tell me.
Sir, abstract noun.
Yes, abstract noun. Please, after giving your answer, mute yourself. That's the abstract noun because there is no physical existence of love in the world, right? But we can feel it. We can't see or touch it. Newspaper. If I say newspaper, is that concrete noun or abstract noun? Rachit, you please tell me. Rachit, you please tell me. Newspaper is concrete or abstract?
A concrete noun.
concrete noun because it has a physical existence. That's why we can say it's a concrete noun. Very good, right answer. Next, please, after giving the answer, mute yourself. Rachit, mute yourself. Yes. Next is information. If I say information, by the newspaper we get some information. So information is concrete or abstract? Please tell me. Disha, you please tell me. Disha, please tell me. Information, that's a concrete or abstract? Disha,
No.
sorry, abstract or concrete? Disha, we haven't heard you.
Sir, abstract noun.
Yes, very good, right answer, abstract noun. So information is abstract noun because there is no physical existence of information. If I say book, book is what? Concrete or abstract? Manika, you please tell me. Book is concrete or abstract? Manika, please tell the answer. Okay, Himanshi, you please tell me. Himanshi, you have raised your hand.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
is it
concrete.
concrete now? Yes, right answer, because book, we can touch it, we can see it. That's a concrete noun. Very good, right answer. You can see the answer. Yes. Next, knowledge. If I say knowledge, so that is concrete or abstract? Muskan, you please tell me. Knowledge is concrete or abstract?
Sir, abstract noun.
Yes, abstract noun because no physical existence of knowledge. Next, if I say teaching, is that abstract or concrete? Yug Chaudhary, please you tell me. If I say teaching, is that abstract or concrete?
Sir, abstract.
Abstract because there is no physical existence of teaching. If I say teacher, that is concrete, but if I say teaching, that's abstract noun. Is right answer. Come on the next part. Next chapter. Now please down your hand. Everyone please down your hand. Next chapter we are going to study. Basically this chapter is about adjectives. So adjective we are going to study. Let's start. So adjective, an adjective is a word used to add something to the meaning of a noun or pronoun, right? So whenever, dear students, we use noun or pronoun in our sentence and we use some words to give the extra information about those nouns, right? So those words are called adjectives. Like first, see the first sentence I have written here, he is a boy. So he is pronoun, boy is noun. Second sentence, he is a good boy. So good is here an adjective. Why? Because good word is giving the extra information about the boy, right? So that which word add the meaning or give the extra information about any noun or pronoun, that word is called adjective. Next, she is a student. She is a student. She is pronoun and student is noun. If I say she is an intelligent student, so here you can see that intelligent word is an adjective here. Why? Because intelligent word is giving extra information or adding some meaning with the student, right? So that's why good and intelligent, these words are adjectives. Next, they have pens. They have pens. In the class sentence, I have written they have red pens. So red is here adjective. Why? Because red, by the red word, we are adding some extra information about the pens. So which word add the extra information, add the extra meaning? So those words are called adjectives, right? Chapter 3, adjectives. Okay. Now, types of adjectives. So dear students, basically 10 types of adjectives are here. Adjectives of quality, adjectives of quantity, adjective of number, demonstrative adjective, interrogative adjective, possessive adjective, proper adjective, distributive adjective, emphasizing adjective, and interrogative adjective. Again, please learn it. I may ask you 10 type of adjectives are there. Adjective of quantity, adjective of quality, sorry, quality and quantity, adjective of number, demonstrative adjective, interrogative adjective, possessive adjective, proper adjective, distributive adjective, emphasizing adjective, interrogative adjective, right? So in the last I wrote here interrogative, but here indefinite adjective will come. By mistake, it was written there interrogative adjective 2 times. In 10 number, you need to write here indefinite adjectives. I have made it right in the next slide. You can see here. So type of adjective, 10 types are there. Quality, quantity, number, demonstrative, interrogative, possessive, proper, distributive, emphasizing, and indefinite. Last is indefinite. Okay, like nice, good, bad, these words are called adjective of quality because by these words we tell the quality. Some, much, any, by these words we tell the quantity, means मात्रा हम बताते हैं. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, by this we tell the number, so that's the adjective of number. Demonstrative, we demonstrate the things like this, that, these, and those. These words are called demonstrative adjective. Interrogative adjective, like what, which, whose, by which we put the question. Possessive, by which adjectives we show the possession, like my, our, your, his, etc. Proper adjectives like Indian, Italian, Greek, German. These words are called proper adjectives. Distributive adjective, each, every, either, neither. By this we distribute the things. Emphasizing, when we emphasize on nouns, so we use emphasizing adjective like very, on. Indefinite adjective, few, many, several. These words are called adjectives, right? In detail, we will discuss all the adjectives. Please come on the next slide. Some important words. So some important words means some important adjectives we have to understand here, dear students. First is that much. Much, a large number of something. A large number of something we use much. I like, I'll means like which things are uncountable. We can say I have much milk, right? When we talk about large number, so large amount, sorry, not number, a large amount, a large quantity, then we have to use much. Remember this, things should be uncountable. Many and several, we use a large number of something. Much, we use a large amount or large quantity. Many or several, we use a large number of something, right? Some and any. Some and any, we can use an amount of something or a number of something when the amount of and number is not given. When number or amount is not given, we can use some and any, right? Next, little. Little we can use for uncountable things when that uncountable thing is not much, hardly any. A little we can use that when uncountable thing is at least some. The little we can use the whole amount or quantity, though very little. Few we can use not many, almost none. A few we can use some, at least, though not many. And the few we can use all of them, though very few. All these adjectives we will discuss in detail. Dear students, see the first example. I have written here, he has amount to start a new business. He has much amount to start a new business, right? Why much is right here? Because we are talking about a large amount of something, a large quantity of something. And quantity, that is uncountable, amount is uncountable. So we need to use here much, not many, right? So we have to say here, he has much amount to start a new business. But see the second sentence. Here I have written many. He has many rupees to start a new business. He has many rupees to start a new business. Here we are talking about a large number of something. Rupees word is countable, so we can count it. That's why we need to use here many, not much. Okay. Next, we have studied many chapters. You can see that many I have written here because we are talking about a large number of something, and chapters word is countable. That's why we need to use here many. But see the last sentence we have written, we have studied much syllabus. The syllabus is uncountable. That's why we have used here much. Let's talk about one means any, one, no matter what is. So dear students, any we can use when we talk about one, and that is no matter what is. So for that meaning we should use any. तो any को हम यूज करते हैं जब हम किसी एक की बात कर रहे होते हैं, और हमारा ये कहने का ये मतलब होता है कि कोई भी हो बट एक हो कोई. For that meaning we should use any, right? And for the meaning of all also we use any. I will explain all the things. Some we use a part of an amount of number of something. हम किसी चीज के कुछ पार्ट की बात करते हैं, इस नंबर के कुछ पार्ट की बात करते हैं, then we have to use some. Again, understand, when we talk about one and no matter what is, we should use any, and when we talk about all also, we should use any. And some we use when we talk about a part of something, then we have to use some. With some examples, we will understand this point. So suppose if I say, please call a boy, please call, sorry, any boy, please call any boy, it means I want to say that please call one boy, and no matter what is. क्लास में बहुत सारे बच्चे हैं, मैं दूसरी क्लास में बैठा हूँ, मैं किसी बोलता हूँ कि प्लीज कॉल एनी बॉय फ्रॉम 7th क्लास. इसको मेरे कहने का मतलब है किसी भी एक बच्चे को बुलाओ, कोई भी मैटर नहीं है कि वो बच्चा कौन हो, right? So whenever we talk about one, no matter what is, so we can use any. Please call any boy. Next one is I can read any language. I can read any language. So here I want to say that I can read any language. It means I can read all the languages. Suppose 10 languages are there and I know about all the languages, and I can say there I can read any language. Means मैं सभी language पढ़ सकता हूँ, right? So here I want to convey the meaning all, not one. Right? So simply I want to make you understand, dear students, any word we can use for meaning of one, no matter what is, and for the meaning of all also. Okay? It depends on the situation and what sentence you are saying. It depends on that. Next, I can read some languages. Some means a part of something. Right? If suppose that there are 20 languages and I can read 10 or 11 or 12 or 15, but can't read all the languages, means a part of something I can do, I can read. So I need to say that I can read some languages, right? So some we can use a part of something. Any and some in interrogative sentence. So dear student, any and some we can use also in interrogative sentences. Any we can use when expectation is in not, means like when expectation is almost not, so then we have to use any. But some we can use when expectation is in yes, right? Then we have to use some. Expectation means umeed, right? Suppose that like this point we can understand with some examples. Suppose that your uncle is going to start a new business and he has much amount, and he has less amount. He's going to start a new business, but he has less amount. So your father goes to him and your father asks him like, do you need some amount? Do you need some amount? So your father is using some there. It means expectation is, it means expectation is in yes, means your father thinks that your uncle needs some amount. So your father will say, do you need some amount? यानी कि आपके फादर को उम्मीद है कि आपको अंकल को कुछ अमाउंट की जरूरत है. So then you have to use some because expectation is in yes. But when expectation is in no, means like there is a no expectation. So your father should use, do you need any amount? Suppose your uncle has a sufficient amount to start a business, and your father goes to him and your father asks him, do you need any amount? So now expectation is in almost in not. So that's why your father has used their any. Sometime before ending the class, I ask you, do you have any doubt regarding today's class? I use any. It means my expectation is in not, means I'm not expecting there will be any doubt. So some and any we can use in interrogative sentences, but condition is that if your expectation yani ki umeed is in yes, then you can use some, but when expectation is in no, in not, then you can use any, right? Little, not much, hardly any. So little we can use with uncountable things when that thing is almost nothing, almost nothing. So then you can use little. जब हमने कोई चीज कहनी हो कि वो चीज बहुत ही कम है, इतनी कम है कि ना के बराबर. So that time we can use, dear student, little, not much, hardly any. A little we can use at least some. थोड़ी बहुत तो है परंतु कुछ है, little से ज्यादा. Then you can use a little. The little you can use the whole amount or quantity, though very little. जब तुम्हारे पास थोड़ा सा अमाउंट हो, थोड़ी सी कोई चीज हो, बट वो पूरी की पूरी जो बात करते हो, सारे के सारी क्वांटिटी की बात करते हो, then you have to use the little. Again understand, little, not much, hardly any, लगभग ना के बराबर. A little, at least some, कुछ, little से ज्यादा. The little है थोड़ी परंतु सारी की सारी. Okay, understand these points with some examples. Suppose you say that I can't make tea because I have little milk. So you need to use little here because you are using negative sentence. By negative sentence, it appears that you can't do that work because quantity which what you have, that is quite less, that is not sufficient. So whenever negative sentence is there, by this you need to understand you are talking about not much, hardly any. So you should use little. I can't make tea because I have little milk. मैं चाय नहीं बना सकता हूँ क्योंकि मेरे पास बिल्कुल ना के बराबर दूध है. So it means we need to use little there. If you use positive sentence and you want to talk about less quantity of something, then you have to use a little. Like I can make tea because I have a little milk. चाय बना सकता हूँ, मैं चाय बना सकता हूँ क्योंकि मेरे पास थोड़ा बहुत milk है. So when you talk positively, then you have to use a little, right? And you can use the little when you talk about entire amount, complete amount, then you should use the little. Like I have made tea with the little milk I had. I have made tea with the little milk I had. मैंने दूध, उस दूध से चाय बना लिया जो थोड़ा बहुत दूध था मेरे पास, यानी कि सारा का सारा दूध मैंने यूज कर लिया. So here you have to use the little. Next, you may start that business because you have a little experience. So positive sentence we are talking about. So we are talking about less quantity, but positively we are talking. So that's why we need to use here a little. And suppose I need to use a negative sentence, then I will use little. You should not start that business because you have little experience, right? I have applied the little experience I had. I have applied the little experience I had, means like entire experience, whatever you had, you have applied. So whenever you talk about the whole amount or whole quantity, so that time you should use the little. Same few we can use like for not many, almost none, a few, some, at least. Remember this little, a little and the little we use with the uncountable things, but with the countable things we should use few, a few and the few. Not many, almost none, some, at least, though not many, all of them, through very few, right? For these meaning we can use. Meaning is almost same, just difference is that few, a few, the few we can use with the countables, sorry, uncountable things, and few, a few and the few, these things, these words we can use with the countable things. Like I can buy a bar of a chocolate because I have a few rupees. I can buy a bar of a chocolate because I have a few rupees. Means positive sentence I'm using here, but negative sentence when I need to say, then I need to use few. I can't buy a bar of a chocolate because I have a few rupees. I have spent the few rupees I had. Right? So dear students, on the behalf of this understanding, you have to do next exercise. Okay, so please raise your hand, come forward. Regarding our first sentence is that I have notebooks in my bag. We have two options, much or many. What word will come here? Raise your hand, please. Rachit has raised his hand. Rachit, please tell me which word will come here. Much or many?
Sir, many.
Many, yes. Many is right answer because we are talking about notebooks, countable. Right, so many is right here. Next, I have been given homework, much or many? Naman, you please tell me.
Much.
Much, yes, much is right answer because we are talking about homework which is uncountable. That's why we need to use much there. Next, I need rupees to start my business, some and any. We have two options. So which option will come? Saksham, you please tell me. Saksham, Sandhu, please tell me. Okay, I think he does not know the answer. Natik, you please tell me. Some or any?
Sir, some.
Some, because we are talking about one on all. So we are talking about a part of something. That's why you need to use some there. Yes, right answer. Next, I don't need rupees to start my business. Some or any? Some or any? Manika, you please tell me.
Sir, any.
Yes, any is right answer there because we are talking about we do not need any amount, not even a single and not even all. So that's why we need to use any there. Do you need help? Do you need help? No expectation. कोई उम्मीद नहीं हो तमें क्या यूज करना चाहिए? We have two options, any or some. Again, we have two options, any or some. So which word will come here? Prince, you please tell me. Prince, please tell me. I think Prince doesn't know the answer. Yug Chaudhary, you please tell me. When expectation is in no.
Sir, any.
Yes, any is right answer because I've told you when expectation is in no. So there you have to use any. If you have two options, any or some. Next, do you have food? Expectation is in yes. Do you have food? Divansh, please come forward. Divansh Rana, please tell me the answer. What can be the answer?
Sir, some.
Yes, some, because our expectation is in yes. Is right answer. Come on, the next exercise. I can solve question, any question or some question. So which word will come? That sentence is little tricky. Remember this sentence is little tricky. So give your answer very carefully. I can solve questions. Nathal, please you tell me. Nathal, can you tell me what can be the answer here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please tell
Sir,
me.
any.
Any. Actually, dear students, both the option are right here. Any also you can fill, some also you can fill. If you say I can solve any question, any questions, So it means you want to say I can solve all the questions. That is also right meaning. But if you say I can solve some question, so it means you want to say that a part of something means a part of questions you can solve, but not all. So both the words are right here, and both the words here give the different meaning, right? But both the words are right. Next, my sister can teach me. My sister can teach me. This sentence is also quite tricky. My sister can teach me dash subjects. So which word will come here? Yug Chaudhary, you please tell me.
Sir, any.
Yes, but any and some. Actually, answer is that any and some both you can use. If you say any, then you need to understand meaning is that my sister can teach me any subjects. It means you want to say that my sister can teach me all the subjects, and for the meaning of all we can use any. But if you use some, it means you want to say that my sister can teach me some subjects, not all the subjects. Some subject means a part of something she can teach. Okay, so both the answers are right. It depends on your meaning, which meaning you want to convey. Next sentence, I can't solve any question because I have completed syllabus. So option you have, two options you have, little or a little, little and a little. These two options you have. Which word will come here? Little and a little. Two options you have. Saksham, please tell the answer of this. Sentence is negative.
Sir, little.
Little. When sentence is negative, so it means we want to convey negative meaning. Means we want to say that we have hardly any. So there you have to use little. Yes, right answer is little. Next, I can solve some question because I have completed syllabus. So little or a little.
Sir, a little.
Yes, a little is right answer here. Yes, very good. Next sentence. I have spent amount I had. I have spent amount I had. So it means here I want to say that complete amount, but amount was little. So we can say that I have spent the little amount I had. यानी कि जितना भी मेरे पास थोड़ा सा amount था, सारा का सारा मैंने खर्च कर दिया, right? So dear students, rest of exercise we will do in our next class because we don't have much time. Only 2 minutes are left. So now if you want to ask any question, please come.